All right, let's talk about artificial intelligence. It's a topic that's absolutely everywhere. And honestly, it can feel a little intense. But today, we're going to cut right through all that hype. We're going to separate what's real from what you see in the movies and figure out what this technology is all about.
So this is the big one, right? Should we be scared of AI? For decades, it's been this source of anxiety. And it's not just Hollywood. I mean, brilliant minds like Stephen Hawking have warned us to be careful. So is that fear really justified?
There's this massive gap between the AI we've been shown and the AI we actually use every day. On one side, you've got these epic robot villains from films like The Terminator or The Matrix, AIs that are literally turning on their creators. But on the other side, that's the AI that's already woven into our lives. It's the YouTube algorithm that probably recommended this explainer or the assistant on your phone. It's here, for sure, just not as a killer robot.
Okay, so to really get the difference, we have to move past the what if and get into the how. How in the world does a machine actually learn anything? We're going to use a really simple analogy here to make this totally clear.
Think about it like this. A normal computer program is like a chef who can only follow a recipe word for word. If you're out of salt, it just stops. It's stuck. But AI is like a chef who's tasted thousands of different cakes. It starts to recognize the patterns of what makes a cake a cake. So when it sees a new one, even a kind it's never seen before, it knows what it is. It's learning from examples, not from a strict set of rules.
Let's make this real with a little example. An AI bird identifier. First, we tell the AI what to look for, right? Things like beaks, wings, feathers. We give each feature a numerical weight for importance. Then, we test it. Let's say we showed a picture of a penguin. The AI gets it wrong because, penguins don't fly and their wings are kind of different. So, a human steps in and says, nope, that's a bird. And here's the magic part. The AI automatically adjusts its own internal numbers. It learns, okay, maybe obvious wings aren't as important as a beak. You do this thousands and thousands of times, and pretty soon, it gets amazingly good at spotting any bird you throw at it.
So, this leads to 3 super important takeaways. First, the AI never understands what a bird is like you and I do. To the AI, a bird is just a specific combination of numbers that match a pattern. Second, this process takes a mind-boggling amount of data. We're talking tons and tons of pictures. And third, our bird AI is a one-trick pony. It can only identify birds. Ask it to find a cat, and it has no clue what to do. It would have to be trained all over again from scratch.
And this actually brings us to the real challenges of AI today. The danger isn't an army of robots. Nope, it's way more subtle, and it's already having an impact. Let's talk about 2 of the biggest issues right now.
So, because the AI is constantly tweaking its own internal logic millions of times, its decision-making process becomes what's called a black box. This means that after it's trained, even the brilliant people who created it can't always look inside and tell you the exact reason it made a certain choice. And that's a huge problem, right? If you don't know why it's making a mistake, how can you ever really fix it?
This example just illustrates the problem perfectly. There was a real case where an AI was being trained to tell the difference between dogs and wolves, and it kept misclassifying huskies as wolves. Why? Well, it turns out that in the training data it was given, almost every single picture of a wolf had snow in the background. The AI didn't learn to see a wolf. It learned to see snow. It made a connection that a human never would, and that logic was totally hidden inside its black box.
The second major danger is something called algorithmic bias. See, an AI is only as neutral as the data you feed it. And if the data we give it is full of our own hidden biases, our historical prejudices, the AI will learn those prejudices and then apply them with cold, hard mathematical precision.
And this isn't just a theory. A major company built a hiring AI to screen resumes, but they had to scrap it because it only ever recommended men. It wasn't programmed to be sexist. It was just trained on 10 years of the company's hiring data, which was, already biased toward men. The AI has simply learned that pattern and made it worse, basically creating an automated discrimination machine.
Okay, so now that we've got a handle on how it learns and some of the pitfalls, let's do a quick tour of the different kinds of AI you're probably bumping into every single day.
First up, you've got natural language processing, or NLP. This is the magic that lets you talk to your phone or your smart speaker. It's what allows Siri, Alexa, and all those assistants to understand what you're saying and actually talk back.
Next is the one that's been making all the headlines lately, Generative AI. This stuff is a huge leap forward. It's moving from AI that just understands things to AI that can create brand new things. Think ChatGPT writing an email,
Or DALL-E creating a wild image of something that has never ever existed, just from a few words you type. Then we have computer vision. This is basically AI that gives machines the ability to see. It's the tech behind your phone unlocking when it sees your face, or a security camera that can spot a license plate from 100 yards away.
What's really wild is how these AIs sometimes work against each other. Take deepfakes. This tech is basically a duel between two AIs. You've got one AI, the forger, whose only job is to create a perfect fake video. Then you have a second AI, the detective, whose only job is to spot the fake. The forger makes a fake, the detective finds a flaw, the forger learns and gets better. They go back and forth thousands of times until the fake is so good, even the detective AI can barely tell it's not real.
So, where is all of this going? This brings us all the way back to those sci-fi fears. Are we building some kind of super intelligent being that will replace us? Or are we just building a really powerful new tool?
This chart really clears things up. See, everything we have today, and I mean everything, from ChatGPT to self-driving cars, is what we call weak or narrow AI. It's amazing, but it's built for one specific task. The idea of a strong AI, one with general human-like intelligence, that's still just a theory. And super AI, a machine smarter than us in every possible way, that is pure speculation. We are firmly in that first box.
And here's the fundamental reason why. The one crucial missing piece is consciousness. Today's AI has zero self-awareness. It doesn't have wants or fears or hopes. When it gets something wrong, it doesn't feel regret. It's an incredibly sophisticated tool for matching patterns, but it is just that, a tool. It is not a thinking being. The whole idea of it deciding to turn on us just isn't our current reality.
So that really shifts the focus, doesn't it? The danger isn't that the tool is going to wake up one day with a bad attitude. The real, immediate danger is how we humans decide to use this incredibly powerful tool, whether we use it for good or for harm. The responsibility is completely on us.
And that reframing totally applies to the whole job situation too. People are so worried asking, will AI take my job? But history shows us that big new technologies tend to change jobs more than they just eliminate them. The better question to ask is, how can I learn to work with AI? The person who figures out how to use AI as a partner is going to be the one with the real advantage.
And that really leaves us with this one final thought. AI is like a mirror. It just reflects the data we show it and the instructions we give it. It doesn't have a will of its own. So the real question isn't what AI is going to do in the future. The real question is, what are we going to do with it? Thanks for watching.